Good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome if you're joining on the replay. I logged in about 2.5 minutes early, so hang tight with me as we wait for everybody. And as always, I'm going to just wait to get the confirmation from Arnell that he can see me. He's my faithful spotter. Excuse me. And as we're waiting, I'm just going to invite you to breathe full and slow and deep into your body. And there's my acknowledgement from Arnell. He can see me, so I know others of you are here. Excuse me, as always, please say hello in the comments. And then just begin to present yourself a little bit more. Excuse me. I finally have a doctor's appointment tomorrow to check out this cough. I apologize. I'm going to be coughing today. So again, welcome everybody. It's 6:59. Excuse me, I'm going to start very straight up at 7 o'clock. I'm going to get off camera for a moment and go have a really good cough before I start. 1 second. All right, I am back. It is 6:59. Again, if you're just joining, say hi in the comments. Let me come back and put a heart on your hello. That's my way of connecting and spreading the love in our tribe and building that virtual coherence that lingers into our day. All right, so it is 7 o'clock straight up. You can see behind me, I'm not at home. I'm in a hotel with a really lousy desk chair. I am in LA getting ready to go pick up some new frames from my framer for my 2-day show that's coming up at the end of May. And that's why I'm in LA. And then I'm going to go visit my sister and then head back to the desert. So I want to invite you right away again, before we even begin. If you feel like it, take your own jumper cables, place them on your heart, on your command center, on your upgraded heart chakra, and just take a breath with me before we begin. Just let's all slow it down right here, nowhere else, just right here into this moment. And I want you just to notice, first that you made it through another week of May, which is not a normal month. Breathe into your chest cavity and just let yourself settle here. I know many of you are feeling it just like I am. Pardon me. The intensity, the overwhelming emotions, maybe the tears that are coming for no reason. Maybe you saw in my post, I just had a emotional meltdown in my car this week. And since that day, which was very cathartic, I just feel this heavy, heavy grief. And I feel this amplified exhaustion. And I'm not the only one. Maybe you have these weird moments, these strange moments where things just seem to come up out of nowhere. And I want to begin today by reminding you of something very important. Nothing is wrong. I want you to really let that land, okay? Excuse me, nothing is wrong. What's happening right now is that the light is getting brighter. That's the message from the elders. Right now on planet Earth, within you, this month is all internal. What's happening right now is the light is getting brighter. And as the light gets brighter, it's illuminating what's already there. All of our old emotional patterns, all of our old fears, all of our old reactions, all of our old ways of coping and surviving. They're all being illuminated with more light. Not because you're failing. This is so important because the feelings can be so unpleasant. This is not because we are failing or falling behind. It's because they are finally ready to be seen differently. Everything that you're feeling, the light is illuminating because they are finally ready to be seen by you differently. And honestly, I think this is one of the most important things that we talked about in our sacred circle. For those of you that were there, most people on this planet in the month of May are getting triggered. Not because something's wrong, excuse me, but they think the trigger means something is wrong. Maybe you do. We think, why am I feeling this again? Why am I reacting like this? Why is everyone so frickin' emotional? Why does my life, after doing all this frickin' work, why does my life suddenly feel harder? Do you know what I'm talking about? Are you feeling it too? But the elders in the message said something so beautiful. This is not life becoming harder. This is your being becoming more honest. That line might have escaped you when you read the message. This is not life becoming harder. This is your being, the I am you. Your I am presence is the I am version of you, and I'm calling it the I am you from now on. And I really want you to feel the difference between those two things. This is not life becoming harder. This is your deeper being becoming more honest. That's so important. Drink in that medicine right now as I'm just reflecting it back to you. Because if you think something is wrong, then you go into fear. But if you understand something is being revealed and you got your Indiana Jones hat on and you're looking and experiencing this month of May through curiosity, which we've been trained to do way back when we got that analogy of keeping our Indiana Jones hats on, right? Then you can work with it differently. And I'm telling you, as much work as I have done in my life over the last 35 years, and particularly in the same time you've been doing your work with me, I'm being called to pay attention and step into this deeper work in a very different way. So when we understand something is being revealed, then we can work with it differently. I want you to hear that today because, excuse me, this is where the breath and the pause become so incredibly important right now. Right now in the month of May. Not as a spiritual technique, not as some big complicated practice. We've been being trained for a year, but because the moment something is triggered this month, excuse me, I'm sorry. Where was I? The moment something gets triggered, that's usually the moment that the old pattern wants to be looked at differently. That's the moment something is being revealed. And that trigger is the moment something else from the old pattern wants to take over. And we do it by default. Someone says something. You get a text that's frustrating. You think about your money and your finances, or you just wake up dreading your frickin' job again, or you feel rejected or pressure or, excuse me, irritated by your frickin' cough that won't go away, and instantly your body tightens, contracts, triggers. And for most of humanity right now, the next thing that happens is reaction. Immediate reaction. defending, explaining, shutting down, spiraling, lashing out, numbing out. But what we've been practicing for over a year now, setting us up for this intense, unique month of May in 2026, something is different. I want you to get this. The breath we've been practicing, the pause we've been encouraged to step into, all of that. And I want to really simplify that today because the goal is not to never get triggered. That's so important. That's not realistic. The goal is to notice the trigger in a different way. I'm going to say that again. The goal is to notice the trigger so you can pause and breathe and give something new that's ready to be seen. Give it a chance to emerge. That's the work right now. That's the shift that we are in the month of May. And honestly, that tiny pause, it's going to change everything if you utilize it. Because in the pause, the old pattern is no longer completely in charge. I want to say that again because the work is in the moment that the trigger is showing up. And in the moment that the trigger is showing up, that the residue of our wounded personas, the old pattern is no longer completely in charge in that moment from this higher level of noticing in the way that it's ready to be revealed right now. And this is the deeper part I really want you to hear today. The I am presence within you, which I'm not calling the presence anymore, the I am you, your deeper self, your soul, whatever language feels right to you, according to the message, it's not passive. The elder said this: the I am presence is not here only to comfort you while the world feels uncertain. It's ready to participate with you. I keep asking them, what do you mean with you? If I am the I am, why doesn't it just participate as you? And they said, bingo. We're in between. We still think it's separate. So they're using the word as you because it's opening the door in this month. Okay. Or I'm sorry, with you. We're still feeling something is outside of us and we're kind of willing. Okay, I am, work with me here. That's your next step into as you. So the biggest thing that I want to, from what they wrote, the I am presence is not only here to comfort you while the world feels uncertain, like going into meditation, hoping for a little peace. It's ready to participate with you. And I love that so much because it means you're not doing this alone. You're doing it from a higher place. And it means that when you pause instead of react, you create the space for something wiser than your wounded third dimensional persona mind. And from there, there's something calmer, something, truthfully, something more honest about me, seeing what's going on in this trigger. And that's ready to come through. And sometimes, excuse me, that looks really simple. Sometimes in the moment of the trigger with somebody else, it just requires, I just need a minute. Or let me think about that. You know what? I'm not ready to answer yet. I'll come back to you. Or maybe the trigger isn't even about another person. We've talked about that. Maybe it's your own life. Maybe you wake up every morning still instantly tight inside because you know something isn't working. A job or the lack thereof, or a relationship, or any pattern. It's just still there. And maybe it's just a way of living that you're still in that continues to drain you. So maybe there's nobody to respond to externally, because the real conversation, like we said on last Magical Monday and our Sacred Circle, the real conversation is with yourself. I'm having a lot of those. And in those moments, the pause becomes just as important. Because instead of distracting yourself or pushing that feeling away, which is our default, the light is saying you can sit with it long enough to ask something new. What is this trigger trying to show me? What have I already known, but I haven't wanted to admit? And this isn't punishment. This isn't saying you're doing it wrong. You're still there. This is the light illuminating your ability to see it in a different way. That's the light getting brighter inside of you. And I really believe this is why so many people are feeling so uncomfortable right now. So heavy, so reactive, not because they're broken, but because the old ways of functioning in 9 billion people on the planet don't fit anymore, and they don't understand it. We do, or at least we're growing into a deeper understanding of it. And honestly, that's a good thing. Just feel for a minute. Because, even if it doesn't always feel good in the moment, whatever it is that we're ready to see more clearly, it can finally begin to change. And I'm seeing stuff about myself that I haven't seen in all the work that I've done, and it's subtle. And I think this is the biggest thing I want to leave you with today. Your trigger, whatever it is, let it land. Your trigger is not proof that something is wrong, but the feeling wants to default us in that direction. The trigger is proof something is ready to be seen fully, to be seen differently, and that's a completely different relationship to our personal healing. And this month is all about it. So this week, keep it super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. I've been saying this every Magical Monday for several weeks, several months now. With everything that's going on, we don't have to fix our entire life today. And no matter what's going on in your life, you don't have to have all the answers today. Just notice the moment. Notice the tightening. Notice the urge to react. Notice the urge to numb or distract with food or gossip or doom scrolling, whatever it is. Just notice right in the moment where the contraction shows up. Really notice more than you ever have in the month of May. I just want you to really utilize the art of noticing. And before you immediately follow and default into an old pattern, just breathe. Let Source breathe your body. Take it in deeper. And then pause. And give your deeper self, your I am you, a chance to participate. Because something new is trying to come through you in this month, over and over and over again. Something stronger, something steadier, something clearer, something more honest, something more powerful, and something more real that's in alignment with the higher versions of ourselves. And that's breaking through at a level that our brains cannot comprehend right now. And little by little, all these pauses coming after the triggers, something is going to start to change. The breath will change everything. So I want you to take one more breath with me. Put your hand on your chest again if you want to. And just feel the quiet presence right in the center of your chest cavity. If you want to close your eyes, go ahead. If you want to use You want to supercharge that activation? Just put a little smile on your face and notice the subtle shift in your chest cavity. Breathe, feel, know the light in you is getting brighter. You're not falling apart. You're becoming more aware of what no longer fits. And every time you pause, instead of react, you make space for the new way of being to emerge. And that, beautiful souls, that is sacred work. And right now in the month of May, we are all being invited into a deeper level of that beautiful sacred work. And all it requires is noticing, breathing, and pausing. We can all do that. Let's do it together this week. All right, that's where I'm going to leave you for today. Remember, there's only love for you here. And here means where my hand is, where your hand is. There's only love in the center of your upgraded heart chakra. Use the power of the breath and let the I am you participate fully as we keep going through this month together, okay? I love you tons. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.